So I'm going to talk a little bit about our LibreNet consortium, which we've been talking about off and on all week. First, for those of you who don't know me, which at the end of this week, I don't know if there are any of you left, but my name is Jennifer Rogers. I am the Director of Outreach, Engagement, and Development for LibreTexts. So it's just a little bit about me. My undergrad work was in English Lit and Art History. I have an MLS. I worked in libraries for nearly 20 years, both public and academic. I also have a master's in English. As you can see, humanities is my thing. I have been with LibreText since 2018 when Delmar and the team got the initial open textbook pilot grant. And fun fact about me, I don't like being in pictures, so I picked a silly picture on purpose for this slide. Photo I took for my 7-year-old who was obsessed with Vincent van Gogh. Fun fact is that a tattoo on my arm right there, that blue hexagon, is LibreText inspired, which will tell you exactly how much I love my job as I have tattooed it on my body. So we'll share these out later, but here's a link to our link tree, which actually has links to pretty much everything that you have seen this week. So you might want to go ahead and bookmark that at the end of LibreFest. I also have my email here if you want to find me later. I won't go into this in too much detail because we've been talking about this all week, right? What is LibreText? We are more than just textbooks. We are the largest platform for OER in the world. We have over 1.5 million pages right now, which includes over 3,000 textbooks, some of the ancillary materials that we talked about earlier in the week, our open homework and assessments through ADAPT. We have the remixer, which was talked about in length already, our advanced technologies like Jupyter and the Forge, the LMS integration. We currently have over 600 institutions using our materials in our repositories. Justin talked a little bit earlier about how many visitors we have a day. I think his number might have actually been higher than my number. We also have our timely and free support and much, much more, again, as we have talked about during this week. So I stole this from Justin. This is an example of one of our LibreNet members. So we're talking about building our brand, impacting our communities, scholarly impact. This is, and I think, forgive me, I think Delmar actually talked about this book just a little bit ago, Prince George Community College's Chemistry for Engineers, which has over 700,000 page views. And this is just to demonstrate that OER can help build your institutional brand, both internally and externally. Sharing it with your colleagues, again, both within your institution and outside of your institution, can help establish the reputation of your school and your faculty authors, which all of it creating, implementing can speak to broader impacts, right, on your campus and beyond. And I like Justin and Josh came up with this last line here, sort of working backwards. So taking the data, sharing it with your stakeholders, and sharing it with your administrators to help get everybody on board with OER. And that's what we can help with in terms of joining the LibreNet, which is our consortium that has over 100 member organizations and counting right now. It's actually growing quite rapidly, especially within the state of California. But remember, we are not just a California project. We are all over the country, in fact, all over the globe. Our decades of experience between everybody here on our team is what leads to all of these new technologies that we've been sharing with you all week. These new technologies then lead to the easier creation of OER. And once you have more OER, it's easier for people to adopt OER. And then, as I put on here, all of this leads to endless possibilities. And that's part of what we can offer you through the LibreNet is this growing community, which offers more opportunity for collaboration, which leads again to new technologies, new OER, and endless possibilities. I'm not sure how up to date this map is. It could be a little bit old at this point. We probably have even more spots to put on it. In sort of red orange color, you will see our member institutions. Again, we have over 100 and counting. The blue spots represent institutions with just a book published on our site. And again, I'd have to double check on this data, but it's probably even a little bit out of date right now. There's probably a lot more that we could put on this map. Below this are just some of the colleges that are part of our consortium. Forgive me, I'm still building this page, so not everybody is represented just yet, but you can see it's colleges and institutions from across the country, not just California. This is just a part of our member benefits, and I have the link at the bottom here. I have QR codes and links throughout this presentation that we can share as well, so you can go in and look at everything more closely. But one of the couple of the biggest benefits of joining are you get an unlimited number of customized texts on our platform. So we will publish up to 5 on campus bookshelves free of charge for anyone, anywhere. If you want to publish more than 5, though, we ask that you join the LibreNet, and then you will get an unlimited number of customized texts on your very own campus comments, which is great because it's a single site for access for everybody on your campus, or it's an easy place for your students to find the texts, or people who maybe aren't on your campus but like what you have, and they can see it and then they can take it and remix it and of course make their own version. You get a campus conductor. We can help you with branded textbooks, PDFs. Um, we have team workbenches that have replaced what we used to call team sandboxes to help with that collaboration that has been sort of the topic of the day today. Delmar already went over analytics recently. You do get the 2-hour virtual jumpstart when you join. This year, for the first time, now that we have Academy, thank you to Justin for that. He's been working overtime on getting Academy up and running. Now your LibreNet membership comes with 2 seats for some of our asynchronous professional development, which if you were to pay for those separately, would be an added value. You do get, I mentioned in the chat earlier, I think Delmar said it out loud in one of his presentations, that you get priority access and pricing to those advanced technologies. So for example, if you pay for Adapt at that $15 per student for 6 months, you will also get access to the Forge and Jupyter. So you basically get all 3 for the same price. Now, if you're in California, Adapt is currently still free for you. But if you were to pay for the Forge and Jupyter, again, you would get all 3 for that same $15 per student for 6 months of access. And again, as many of you know who have been here all week, you do get free registration to LibreFest workshops. You get priority review and access to some of our development teams. And this year we had our first annual LibreNet Campus Admin Roundtable that as a LibreNet member, you will be welcome to join every year. This has been discussed a lot over the week. Who are we? We are a very small but mighty team. Your membership gives you priority access to us. There are, basically the 4 of us that check all of the emails every day, and we do our best to respond to you. And if you are a LibreNet member, you do get sort of pushed to the top of that list as well. So how does all of this enhance everybody's LibreText experience? Well, the LibreNet is part of our long-term sustainability model. Again, we talk about how we are a nonprofit. We are mission over money in all things that we do. That said, we all know that nothing is free. And so the LibreNet helps us with our long-term sustainability plans. It gives you added benefits and access to the greater LibreVerse that we've been talking about all week. It allows us to grow, which we have been doing exponentially, even in the 7 years that I have been here. So more growth means more OER to use and share across all disciplines. And it helps us build, right? So we're building technologies, we're building relationships, which then equal more networks. And the cycle starts over again. Lastly, who is the LibreNet? The LibreNet is you. It's all of you. It's everyone who has taken the time to join us all week here, or for parts of the week. You're here because you care about your students, you care about education, and all of the people in these photos are people just like you who also care and are working very, very hard to make education more affordable, more equitable, and are really willing to work with anyone and everyone who shares the same values and the same mission. So as you can see, I've saved a little spot right over there for you. If you'd like to join, please do go ahead, send an email. You can send it to info. You can send it to me directly. Again, we'll share these slides. It has my email on it. And I think that's all.